Namaste, friends. This is Elle with Sacred Union Tarot. It is a wonderful Wednesday in the full moon energies already. Lionsgate energies merging, all kinds of astrological energies, and honestly, it feels like I'm being beat up with energies, but I'm watching a funny movie at the same time. I don't know what that means. So, just kind of take good care of yourself during this time. Lots energetically going on, and it's just kind of crazy. So this is going to be just a general message. I can't really point the energy in one particular direction. So we're going to let Spirit decide what needs to come through. And I'm going to start with this beautiful deck. Thanks again, Jess. This is the Rose Oracle. Apparently, at some point, I was part of the Sisterhood of the Rose. If anybody has any information on that, that would be great. But two people have just kind of come up to me at random and said, you were part of the Sisterhood of the Rose. And I'm not quite sure what all of that entails. So if you got any info, that would be great. If not, thanks. Anyway, and thanks for being here. Thanks for your energy. Thanks for your comments. Thanks for help support my channel. I don't monetize this. Oh my. Morning dew. Clarity, a fresh start, a positive outlook. Okay, great full moon energies. Clarity, a fresh start, fresh as the morning dew. No, I'm not going to pull another one. I'm going to pull one from the Herbiary. This was a deck given to me by a dear friend as well. So, thank you, Tara. I love this deck. Tara is a herbologist healer. Sweet Violet. Inner Sanctum. Yeah, that kind of feels like where I want to be right now. Look at all the butterflies around. Transformation. It's like a pentacle in the center, but no, it's not a pentacle. It's a hexagon. But it is a pendant on a chain. That might be relevant for somebody. Anyway, transformation. The energy to me of transformation. And then this is the Enchanted Blossom. So feels like we're going organic, and it just feels like fresh. Maybe after this full moon and Lionsgate energies kind of abate, then it'll feel like there's clarity, a fresh start. It's like newness, transformation and newness. Inner Sanctum, and it's almost like the energy I'm feeling is that there is that inner peace. I'm hearing connectedness, but there's an inner peace and a kind of a fresh outlook, a fresh perspective, maybe a higher perspective of what's going on in your world and the world. It's very interesting. I actually had dinner with a healer last night, and it's interesting because you may not talk to somebody for a while, but yet you have the exact same perspective of what's going on energetically. Wisdom. It's a purple iris, my favorite flower ever. Now, we've already had the wisdom card this week. I believe it was yesterday, but I can't remember. Wisdom and sincerity. I don't even know what that is. Let's see. Chervil? So, wisdom and sincerity is that inner sanctum. Okay. They told me to pull one from the Eye of Zen, Romance Oracles. This is not meant to be a romance reading, but I'm just going as I'm guided. Okay. Transformation. Did I not say that? but control. Assert yourself and take charge of your destiny. Whew. Okay. Now that control is in great big letters. So it's like if there is something that you've been kind of, what I'm here, waffling on, you know, kind of that Two of Pentacles. I'm hearing pop out of that. Pop out of that. Assert yourself. Take control of your destiny. So what I'm feeling is that there is going to be some sort of huge clarity, and a fresh new perspective, a new start. It's like, but you're not rattled by it. You have this wisdom and this deep sincerity, this really in touch with your soul self, but yet you feel so connected, and that is the fuel for this transformation. And that then gives you this dynamic of taking charge. It's like you see your path clearly. I'm hearing the song, I Can See Clearly Now, the Rain Is Gone. And it's like you can see your path so clearly. It's crystal clear. And so I'm seeing like Dorothy on the yellow brick road, just skipping down, thinking, okay, I know where I'm headed. I know where this is going. I'm good. All right, let's pull some tarot. This is Secrets of the Tarot. I'm going to shuffle one more time. So if this is about a connection, this is you're transforming your perspective. It's like, okay, I get it now. It's almost like something happens, transforms, and then the connection is so much more clear. There's no ambiguity. That's what I just heard. Ace of Swords, as I said, that comes out in the challenge position. Death. Okay. Until this transformation, until this ending, because we have transformation, transformation. I saw the butterflies here, transformation. Until this transformation, things are going to be unclear. But then once the transformation happens, you're going to get clarity. Something is going to happen. There's some sort of, oh dear, let's not take all those. It feels like a catalytic event. Number 3 to me is what's coming through. A catalytic event, which is going to just be that epiphany, aha, holy shit moment. And I don't know what that is. It's going to vary for each person, but it's almost like the I get it now. There's the High Priestess in the reverse. This is interesting. And yes, the deck is in the upright. What's going on? I don't think you see this coming. But I've given you a heads up now, so you should. The Empress. There's the 3 card. Like I said. Alright, let's pull from the Power of Love Oracle. The Empress takes control of her destiny. She is in control of her destiny. But there is a transformation. It feels like there's something that is catapulting you into this Empress energy, because the Empress is definitely sincere and wise. But and she is very in touch with her inner sanctum. But it feels like when you get into this energy, the magic happens. It's like it feels to me like it's happening in the 3D world more so than in your spiritual world. In your spiritual sense, it feels like it's more of a 3D transformation. Don't know. Ownership. You acknowledge your misdeeds and accomplishments alike and learn to love them all as lessons. So taking ownership of your life, taking control and ownership of your decisions. It's time to decide. It's like that Two of Pentacles energy. Time to decide. Loyalty. Your reliability demonstrates the loving sense of devotion and consistency of being. That's the Empress. Consistency of being. All right, let's pull from the Gilded Tarot. One of my favorite decks. First deck I ever purchased. Okay, well, let's see. Wishing you a happy transformation. This feels like it's going to be after the full moon. Sometime this weekend, maybe. So this is Wednesday. It feels like this wonderful Wednesday is going to, all of this will come into fruition. Like, yeah, here's the Eight of Wands. Like sometime this weekend after the full moon energies abate. Because that full moon is going to be a little tough. Ah, the Hierophant. So we have the Eight of Wands and the Hierophant. To me, that's kind of spiritual progress, but it's also the 3D progress. Okay, so it might be that there's spiritual clarity, which then transforms the 3D. I don't know. It's all going to be different for everybody, but there is going to be some huge, and it's big. This isn't small because it's powerful enough to transform. But it's almost like you've had the sincerity of heart. This is something that you sincerely wanted. Justice. Loyalty and justice. Yeah. This is what I'm feeling is karmic justice. There's something that's karmic. There is the Six of Wands. Something that you attempted at some point that did not come to fruition. Now it will come to fruition. It's like a karmic justice. Something you thought you lost or you were not successful. Okay, so I just looked over in that direction and my husband's desk is on the other side of these things here. And there's loyalty. The word loyalty is right there. So we have the Nine of Cups. Something that was supposed to make you happy didn't work out in your favor. And now it's karmic justice coming. Seven of Pentacles. You've been waiting for this. You didn't understand why it didn't work out the way you had intended or wanted or hoped. Because it wasn't divine timing. Now you'll get the wisdom and the clarity to see why it didn't work out before. Page of Wands. Might be through a message. Something you've waited for, that you've worked for a long time. That you just gave up on. Is going to come back around into fruition in a higher, I'm hearing higher resolution than what you thought was ever possible. That's why you don't see it coming, because you gave up on it. Yeah, Nine of Wands, no shit, because when I was saying, here we had the Page of Wands and the Eight of Wands, and I was thinking, that's Nine of Wands. That's something that you've worked for a long, long time. And there's the Nine of Wands. This is something that you have waited for, that you have put so much into, and then you just gave up. Aha, see, Ten of Cups. Absolutely. There you go. There's the fruition. Let's pull some from the Lover's Oracle just for fun. So, hey, if this is happening in your sphere, in your energetic field. If you wouldn't mind kind of just saving this video to your watch later and then come back to it and comment, you know, without giving too much detail, what it was that you hoped for that came to fruition. I'd like to hear. I love your comments. I love all of your positive energy. It's kind of like this little, it's, okay, so I'm seeing you're opening a gift. It's been under the tree or it's been hidden for so long. You haven't been able to open this gift for a long, long time. And then all of a sudden you get access to it. You open it up and it's a grand surprise. This is a grand surprise. And then when it happens, you then see the wisdom and you get the clarity. That's why this Ace of Swords is in the challenge position. You can't see why it didn't work out to begin with because it just wasn't the right time. So let's see what comes through in the Lover's Oracle, just in case this is about a connection or a relationship or a message needs to come through for somebody. All right. When you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but your soul and your memories you have shared with those you love. That's a message for somebody. Forgiveness. Stop focusing on your energy on past events, for life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. Remember when we talked about taking ownership of your actions? Forgiving yourself is part of that. And forgiving others. Balance. Love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that supports and challenges. Okay, so those just feel like I think forgiveness is an important instigator. Taking this ownership and control, which is going to transform. Connecting with your inner sanctum so that you can have this forgiveness. And that's going to be the fresh start. And that's going to bring in this balance and this justice. This feels like this was some sort of a relationship disagreement that broke somebody apart, broke a connection. It caused a separation. That's what it feels like. They said take this card, look with the butterflies. Deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right. That's that inner sanctum. Deep in your heart is where the transformation will occur. And then it will manifest outwardly in the 3D with the Empress. That makes perfect sense. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Let me make sure you can see everything. Thanks, everybody. Thank you all for being here, for subscribing, for interacting on the channel. It really helps get these messages out. This is part of my mission. I don't monetize it. You know, I don't do extendeds or anything that you have to pay for. The only thing is if you want a personal reading, I do charge for that. But for the work I do on this channel, this is all for getting messages to help people in their growth and ascension and their connection. Did you see the lights just blink? It's crazy. All right. Thank you so much for being here. You guys have a wonderful day. Namaste.